Did you end up talking at that time to Lori about her family?
I did. I asked her if she'd been married, and she said yes, that her husband had died in December of a heart attack. I asked her if she had children, and then Chad said that she had recently had a daughter that had passed. And I said, "Oh, I'm sorry." And I said, "How many?" And she said, "Thank you." And I said, "How many children do you have?" And she um, kind of stammered and said they were stepchildren, and I did not get a definite answer on that.
When Chad said that she'd recently lost a daughter, did Lori say anything to correct that or change it?
No,
And this would have occurred end of October, beginning of November of 2019. Is that correct?
yes,
During your conversation with Chad regarding the bond, do you recall anything about the comment previously made about Lori's daughter dying coming up?
yes, because I asked him, "How many daughters does Lori have?" And he said, "One." And I said, "Well, when we met you, you told me she had a daughter that passed away." And he said, "No, I didn't." And I said, "Yes, you did." And then when I asked him about the missing children, and he said it was a custody battle. So that's why I asked, "How many daughters does she have?" And then he denied telling me that.
Did you learn the name of Lori's daughter?
I only learned not through him. I didn't.
Have you since heard the name Tylee?
Yes,
Do you recall specifically talking to Chad about Tylee?
I did. When he asked about the bond, I was a little miffed that he had asked that. And so I thought, I'm asking you some questions. So I asked him, "Where are the children?" And I asked him, "Where's Tylee?" I said, she's a teenager. So I said, "Doesn't she want a life?" And come out and say, "I'm the missing girl. I want a job and a life and a boyfriend." And he just said, "She didn't like people and she didn't like me."
Did something stick out about those statements?
He said, "Didn't."
So he used the past tense.
He did.
Did Chad or Lori tell you anything about whether or not Lori had been married before?
Chad didn't.
Did Lori?
Yes.
What did Lori tell you?
Oh, that she'd been married before?
Yes.
Well, she just said that her husband had recently died,
Did she say how he had died?
heart attack.
When Lori said that her husband had died of a heart attack, what did Chad say, if anything?
I don't remember any specific mention.
Okay. And did Lori or Chad say anything about whether or not Lori had children?
She said she had a daughter that had died.
Do you remember how old that daughter was?
She didn't say a date.
Did she say anything about whether or not she had a young son?
No,
When Lori said that her daughter died, did Chad say anything that you recall?
I can't. No, I don't think.
At the end of that dinner, did you believe that Lori had a daughter who had died?
Yes.